Hi guys, you're catching me from lovely Stuttgart in Germany, and I'm going to be doing a review today of James Blake's Assume Form. So today I am staying for the week in Germany in Stuttgart. It's a small town called Otisheim. Probably not saying that right. I'm staying with a friend called Vanessa, who runs a fantastic blog called House in the Sand. Check it out. And every Thursday I'm doing a music review, similar to what I used to do years ago, but hopefully with a bit more consistency this time, and I can start to get back into it. And then every Friday I'm doing a book a week challenge. This week's book is 9 Perfect Strangers, so if you want to start reading that, you can check out the book a week challenge tomorrow, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. But today's review is Assume Form by James Blake. Now, I have been a huge fan of James Blake for a while now. Like, I've loved all of his albums, and when I heard that Assume Form was coming out, I was really excited to hear. And then he did a tour as well. I recently went to see him at Victoria Warehouse in Manchester, and he was so good. His voice sounds exactly the same in real life as it does on the album. And one of my favourite things about James Blake as well is he just seems to, I just feel like he's just like, it's raw, and he just made the music in his bedroom. It feels like I can feel the passion that he has for it. And I think that really comes out in his style and in the album. Now, I said in a few of the previous ones I did, the last reviews, that I was a little bit unsure about. I used to listen to an album in full all the time, and obviously now music's changed a little bit and there's a lot of streaming. I don't really listen to full albums as much anymore, which I really missed. However, with James Blake and a few other albums in the past year, when the album did come out, I was so into it. I think I spent like 3-4 weeks just listening to it over and over again, and it reminded me of how I used to listen to albums, and I think that shows how strong the album is and how strong James Blake is in his artistry, because he's not really a single, similar to a few the reviews I did actually. It's a full album, it's a complete piece, and it's not really even though there's some definite standouts in there, I think it works really well as an album, and it's a really enjoyable thing to listen to as one, and you can just play it as one, and it just works so well. And I've been listening to it in the car while I've been doing work, and I've listened to it probably, I'd say, 10+ times since it's come out. And one of my favourite things about James Blake is his uniqueness, and something about Assume Form seems a bit more, almost a bit happier in a way, even though he's still got this moody vibe going on that's just slick and the production's awesome. And he's had a good few years as well. Like, he did a track on Beyonce's Lemonade, which was really popular, and he seems to be really building up within the industry. But something about it just feels a bit more, I don't know if it's because, you know, he's in a lovely new relationship. I feel like it's as though there's a bit more energy to the album, but he's still got that style, and it was a bit refreshing to hear because it was a bit different, and it's just a bit more refreshing to hear from James Blake, and it's quite nice to hear. And I think this is his most playful album, in the fact that he touches on a few different genres, I think, but keeps his sound, but plays with the different styles. Some are happier, then some are a bit more moody, and I think there's a great mix for the album to really take you on a journey from start to finish. So my highlights of the album. So the first track, Assume Form, has to be one of the highlights. It's just completely original. It's just, you can hit that lovely sound on the piano that just starts, it really just starts the whole album off. It reminds you of what James Blake is, his previous albums, but yeah, he has this new vibe to him. His voice just sounds incredible on the track as well. Mile High with Travis Scott and Metro Boomin is just such a great track. It's got so much energy, it's got a few different vibes in there. It's definitely one of my highlights. It's definitely probably one of the tracks I would go to listen to if I just wanted to hear one song and I was maybe making a playlist, because it's just so strong. Barefoot in the Park is another one of my highlights with Rosalia. Apparently she's doing, I have a lot of friends in different countries and they seem to know a lot about Rosalia. I think posting like a lot of different songs that she's doing, but I've not really heard much about her in the UK, so I didn't know much about her actually. But Barefoot in the Park is such a great song. Their voices blend really well together. It's really enjoyable to listen to, but yet it's still got that unique touch to it. Can't Believe the Way We Flow, another really great track. It's just smooth, it's slick, definitely another one of my highlights. Are You In Love, I think, is one of my favourite tracks on the whole album. It's really raw, honest. It's like a nice break from some of the other genres, and it goes back to just James Blake doing what he does best, and that's just great songwriting with his unique vocals, with a mixture of his style, and it really works. Where's the Catch with Andre 3000 is so good. I love that song. It's so unique. The production's insane, absolutely insane. It's slick, but yeah, interesting, and I love songs that are different and interesting. James Blake is definitely that. And then Andre 3000 comes in with his little rap in there, and it's all built up, and it's so different and builds it all up. I was just really not expecting that at this point in the album, and that's what keeps the energy going through the whole album. And then I think one of my other highlights of the album is Power On. There's another really strong one as well. Again, a lot of these tracks could be singles in a sense, but I've mentioned a few of these highlights, but when I've just been looking through the track list, I don't think there is a filler song, there's not a skip song on that album, there's not a song that I don't enjoy. As a whole thing, it just really works, and as an artist myself, I find James Blake really inspiring in his songwriting, in his style, in his uniqueness. It's really refreshing, I think, at the moment to have someone who's just doing his own thing and he's not trying to be anything else, and that's why the album really works together. And I can tell that a lot of thought process has gone into the track list, the track order, what is this album, the style of it, the vibe, the whole the album cover looks awesome, and I think just James Blake is a really cool guy. I want to be friends with James and Jameela. I want to be friends with the power couple because they're both just so awesome. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm going to be doing reviews every Thursday, so next Thursday look out for my next album review. If there's anything you want me to review, pop it below and I will review it for sure. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've not heard much of James Blake before, definitely check him out. I'll pop his link below, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.